Saint Philip Neri was born in the year of 1515 in Florence. He was one of the 4 children of the notary Francesco Neri. Philip, as a child, was a very happy and obedient boy. They called him Pippo Buono, or Good Little Phil, because he was an attractive and cheerful lad, popular among all those who knew him. When he turned 18, his father sent him to his uncle, who was living in San Germano. His uncle was a successful businessman in San Germano. His uncle soon discovered the good qualities of Philip, and it didn't take much time to declare him the heir for all that he had. But God had different plans for young Philip. Soon after coming to San Germano, he had a religious conversion, and he no longer cared for the material things of this world. His life had changed by now, and he decided to go to Rome as a poor pilgrim. He wanted to visit the tombs of apostles and martyrs and to seek the will of God.
My son, why are you doing this? You know that I'm ready to hand over all of my wealth to you.
Thank you, Uncle. But I don't care for wealth anymore. I don't care for anything other than God. I'm grateful to you for looking after me. Thank you. Thank you so much.
If that's what you wish.
It's time for me to leave. Goodbye, Uncle.
Goodbye, my son.
He left behind a fortune and set out for Rome without money or a plan, trusting entirely on God's will. Philip arrived in Rome in 1533 and never left the city for the next 33 years. It was here that he spent most of his life pursuing God. When he reached Rome, he went to see one of his countrymen, Giulietto Caccia, who was a customs official.
So you are looking for a place to stay, huh?
Yes, sir. It would be great if you can offer me a small room or even an attic will do.
I like you, young man. And yes, I can offer you the attic to stay. But how are you going to pay me?
I don't have any money with me now, but I will do any work that you give me.
I have 2 kids, and they are not very good at studies. Can you teach them? But I must warn you that they are 2 little brats.
Of course, sir. I can start today itself. Ha ha ha.
All right. You can start from today, if that's what you wish. I'll ask the boys to come and see you.
He took care of his little children, and he taught them just letters and numbers. He also taught them virtuous ways, modesty, and many other things that soon they became little angels. Philip really had a talent in bringing out the best in people around him. Except for the hours he spent teaching the children, Philip spent most of his time in the attic in prayers. He didn't eat much either. He had frugal meals of bread and water. It was a period of intense preparation for him. After a while, he started taking courses on philosophy and theology at the St. Augustine Monastery. He worked so hard for 3 years, and he was considered a promising scholar. Then, quite suddenly, Philip had a change of heart, and he put an end to his classes and studies. He sold most of his books and set out to the streets of Rome. It was a time when Christianity was at its lowest ebb in Rome. The churches were in a state of despair, and they seldom held the Mass. People were neglected, and it was no wonder that the cynicism and disbelief spread among the people. To fill the people with new spirit, Philip set out in his mission of re-evangelizing the people of Rome.
Well, brother, are you ready to do something good?
What?
I'm Philip, and I want to know if you're ready to do something good.
What good are you talking of, mister?
Oh, there are lots and lots of good things you could do. Come with me, and I will show you.
You're wasting my time.
It's all right. Tell me when you're ready. I'll be here in the streets. Hello, brother. Are you ready to do something good today?
Sorry, I'm in a hurry.
No problem. Good day to you, sir.
He always asked this same question to anyone he met on the streets. His warm friendliness and lively sense of humor soon got a response from the people. When someone said yes, he would lose no time in converting good intentions into actions. Sometimes he took the people to hospitals for waiting on sick patients. And sometimes he took them to pray in the 7 churches, which was his favorite. He spent most of his day interacting with the people. But during the night, he would retire to solitude, practicing spiritual exercises. This way, he gathered enough strength for another day's work. One day, on the eve of Pentecost in 1544, he was praying to one of the grottos along the Appian Way. It was here that he experienced one of the greatest miracles in his life. While he was praying, he saw what appeared to be a ball of fire.
Huh?
It entered his mouth and then slowly lodged in his chest.
What? Ah!
Philip was suddenly filled with divine love, and he was unable to bear it. He threw himself on the ground, crying.
Enough! Enough, Lord! I can bear it no more!
He held his chest and lay on the ground for some time. It was not pain, but it was pure joy that Philip was experiencing. After a while, he stood up after recovering a bit. Then he noticed a large swelling over his chest. The swelling never caused him any pain, but it remained there till the time of his death. From that day, Philip was seized with palpitations whenever he was deep in prayer or while performing his holy duties. The trembling which it caused was so heavy, it looked like his heart would break out of his chest. On many occasions, when he was dreaming of the Lord, the palpitations were so heavy that he was lifted up in the air.
Hello, can I help you?
Oh, thank you. It would be great if you can help me walk a bit.
That would be my pleasure. Come on, hold my hand.
Philip had been carrying out his informal mission of helping the poor and needy, especially the pilgrims. In 1548, with the help of his confessor, Father Pergiano Rossa, he started a confraternity of poor laymen. It was also during that time that led to the building of the famous hospital Santa Trinita. By the time Philip turned 34, he had accomplished a great deal. On May 23, 1551, Philip was ordained as a priest. He then went to live with Father Rossa in San Girolamo, and he carried on with his mission mainly through the confessional. Starting before daybreak and continuing for hour after hour, he sat in the tribunal of penance. Men and women of all ages and ranks flocked to him. Sometimes he did informal discussions with those who desired to lead a better life. and sometimes he would read aloud to them. He chose the lives of saints, martyrs, and missionaries.
Incredible were the labors of the saint. His food was the same as that of poorest people. His sleep was at most for 3 hours at night, and that in a fisher's cabin in the ground. He passed the remaining night with God or conversing with his neighbor. In the midst of the hurry of his external employments, he never ceased to converse with the God.
His word sounds like magic.
It's true. He is a marvelous speaker.
To accommodate the increasing number of people attending Philip's discussions, a large room was built over the nave of San Girolamo. Several other priests were appointed to assist him. It is said that he had supernatural powers, that he could read the hearts of people, and he was also able to foretell the future. Philip always desired to establish a close bond with others, even though it meant indulging in a wine-drinking contest, practical joking, or undignified behavior. He acted funny to conceal his deep emotion, or to put himself on the level of others. One day, he saw in his dream that our Blessed Mother was holding up the ceiling of a building they were constructing.
Huh? It was not just a dream. It must be true.
The next day, he went to the unfinished church to see if it was true.
Hey, you.
Father Philip? What are you doing here?
Hey, Jonathan, I want you to send someone to the ceiling and check if everything is okay up there.
What happened, Father? Why do you want the ceiling to be checked?
I had a dream last night, and in the dream I saw our Blessed Mother holding up the ceiling.
Huh?
Now, can you please send someone up quickly? I need to know what's wrong up there.
All right, if you say so.
Hey, you! Yes, sir.
Go on top of the building and see if everything is okay up there.
Huh? But why, sir?
Just do as you've been told. Now hurry!
Okay, sir. I'll go right now. Sir! Sir! We are in trouble!
Huh? Isn't that the worker I had sent to check on the ceiling?
What happened, son? Why are you looking so scared?
We are in trouble, sir.
Tell me what's going on.
The roof, it has collapsed, sir. It's only because of some miracle that it's still holding up.
Huh? What are you saying?
It's the truth, sir. We should get something done right away.
Father, your dream, it was true.
I know. There's no time to waste now. Send your people to get it ready immediately.
Yes, Father.
Like this, there were many other instances where Philip had Mother Mary's intercession. The Holy Father, in spite of performing so many miracles, wasn't always serious. Once it so happened that Father Philip shaved half of his beard off and went walking around in public.
Huh?
Hey, look!
Huh? Isn't that Father Philip?
Yes, it is him.
Oh, he looks so funny.
And once, he walked around the streets wearing a thick fur coat in the middle of the summer.
Look at him.
That's Father Philip.
Why is he wearing a fur coat in the summer?
Good day, dear.
People often came to the Holy Father seeking advice. Father Philip not only gave them friendly advice, but he would often joke around a little bit too.
Father,
Yes, my son.
I need an advice.
Go on, ask me.
Father, I want to repent for the sins that I have committed.
That's very good, my son.
I want to know if wearing a hair shirt would be a good penance.
That's a good thought. But I think it would be a good penance if you wear the hair shirt outside your nice shirt as well.
But...
Don't worry, I was just joking.
The saint's best known achievement is that he founded the Roman congregation of Oratory. The key to his success was that he used humor as his medicine. He may have made others laugh from going around Rome with his half-shaved beard or doing funny dances making a fool of himself in public, but he needed the jokes more badly than those around him. He was said to have had an all-consuming love for God, and in order to concentrate before offering Mass, St. Philip would need to hear jokes or anecdotes which distracted him just a little from total absorption in the glory of God. This was for concentrating on the task at hand, which was to offer the holy sacrifice of the Mass. On May 25, 1595, the saint was in a radiantly happy mood, and his physician had told him that he had not looked so well for more than 10 years. But the saint knew that his hour had come. All day he heard confessions and received visitors as usual, but before retiring he said,
Last of all, we must die.
He passed away at midnight that day. He had reached the ripe age of 80, and his work was done. Like one of the most famous members of the Oratorian order, Cardinal Newman wrote about the saint this way: "He came to the eternal city and he sat himself down there, and his home and his family gradually grew up around him by the spontaneous accession of materials from without. He did not so much seek his own as draw them to him. He sat in his small room, and they, in their gay, worldly dresses, the rich and the well-born, as well as the simple and the illiterate, crowded into it. In the mid-heats of summer, in the frosts of winter, still was he in that low and narrow cell at San Girolamo, reading the hearts of those who came to him, and curing their souls' maladies by the very touch of his hand."